Yeah, so I found the right lane. There was so much more hook in the fronts, which then made it a little lazier down lane. I could have used a cleaner ball to get through the fronts a little easier, but I knew that when that happens, the change of direction down lane can be quite violent. With everything that I saw, I didn't want to risk, leaving some nasty splits down there. So as long as I cleared the front and got it going forward and didn't kind of screw it into the lane where it would read earlier and get lazy down lane, I was going to be fine on the right lane. The left lane was probably a little bit more blended. I had just a little bit more push through the mids and the fronts. So for me, it felt easier to get the ball down the lane. And then it was really just making sure that my angles were right. I didn't have a lot of hold. I had a little bit of hold, a little bit. But if I missed it just a little left of that hold, you saw it tonight, like Anthony went Brooklyn, Dick Allen went Brooklyn. I don't even know, how did he not strike when he went Brooklyn? That's still confusing me right now. But so I knew as long as my angles were great through the fronts and as long as I was, just really focused at my launch angle, the ball was going to hit the pocket. And then just hope I let it go right. Yeah, it's been a rough 3 weeks. I mean, you can look at it two different ways. I think a lot of people, see it as a really bad performance. But I looked at it as well as not as it wasn't great performances, but it was, wow, you made the TV show. It's brutal out here, and you made 4 in a row this week, and you're doing all the right things except for a couple of things. So let's try to work on those couple of things and see if they make a difference. And today it was all about just making sure my heart rate never overtook my body, making sure that the way that I was feeling, that I was in control and not letting, my heart tell the story. So there were moments there where, I took early re-racks just to bring my heart rate down a little bit. I was doing breathing techniques in the seats. I was really quiet in my mind, and then it really helped me narrow my focus down to what are you trying to do out there? Execute that, and don't let anything get in your way doing it. Just do it. And I think I did it a high percentage of times tonight. It's quite ironic because Anthony and I were both practicing the 3-6-10 spare. And I had attempted 5 different spots on the approach and missed them all. Every single one, I missed every one. And I said to him, you know what? There isn't too many other ways for me to shoot this. And Anthony now backs up the ball, and he said, I was in the same boat. I've tried it 17 different ways normally, so now I'm trying backup. And I'm like, maybe I should work on that. And then I thought, the US Open TV show is probably not the greatest time to practice that. So when I came to the TV show, and I left it, there was a very, very, very quick thought like, you've practiced this and you've missed them all. Let's not miss this one. But the way the scoring situation was is I knew that if I took 3, worst case scenario, if he struck out it would be a tie. I knew with reactive was my higher percentage chance of sparing, but it also meant a higher percentage chance of taking just a 2, which would then give Anthony a chance to win. So I took the plastic ball option knowing that if I just executed perfectly, I would still have a chance to spare it, but worst case scenario, I'd probably get 3. And luckily for me, I absolutely aced it. Yeah, it's been amazing. In 2013, in Columbus, I led by hundreds of pins and lost to Wes Malott. It's one of the reasons why I'm actually a little sympathetic with Anthony. He dominated this week, leading by over 300 pins, only to lose it in a title match. So I know exactly how he feels. But wearing the green, winning the title, there's just no better feeling in my career than this right now. This is our most prestigious tournament. To win it finally is such a huge excitement inside, and my family are really happy. I can't wait for them to get home and to see the trophy. It's the hardest part is whether you have success or failures is when you walk back off the show or off the approach, there's no family there. There's no one there that's going to give you a hug and give you a kiss, and it's just going to take your mind completely off it. Instead, you have to wait until they wake up. because of the time zone differences, and it can be really, really difficult. It can be really heavy on you. So knowing that they were able to wake up a little earlier to watch the show today, hearing their voices, just, the very first thing I heard was like, "Ah, congratulations!" and everyone's screaming. And you just imagine being there and what that moment was like for them. So I can't wait to actually share it with them in person.